Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very special Crystal webinar. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Specialist here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. The webinar will run about 50 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we'll get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. And finally, I'm very excited to let you know that Crystal will generously be giving one lucky attendee a $250 gift card at the end of the webinar. So please stay tuned until the end of the presentation for an opportunity to win this fabulous prize. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Carmen Roig. Carmen has more than 30 years of cruise industry business development and sales experience. She joined the Crystal executive team as Senior Vice President of Marketing and Sales in 2015 and has applied her expertise to the launch of several new Crystal vessels, helping to introduce Crystal River cruises and Crystal Yacht and Expedition cruises to the luxury market. Fueled by an energetic passion for travel and a genuine enthusiasm for teamwork, Carmen has earned a reputation as an admired leader and continues to guide her teams through Crystal's unprecedented brand expansion. And with that, take it away, Carmen.
Well, thank you, Anna. I so appreciate that introduction. And I think this is the last time I'm going to say it as we kick off 2020. Happy New Year, everybody. And obviously, greetings to all of our CLIA travel partners. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share with you not just the world of Crystal, but what's new in 2020 and as we kick off what we are branding as the Crystal Decade. So first and foremost, let me thank each and every one of you for your amazing support. Without you, we at Crystal could not be successful. I am Carmen Roig, Senior VP of Marketing and Sales, and proud to almost be here for 5 years. So at the end of the day, it's pretty exciting because when I say 5 years at Crystal, that'll be in May. But at the end of the day, this week, as a matter of fact, I celebrate my 39th anniversary in what I call the happiness business, right? Which is the cruise industry. So for those of you who have sold a Crystal brand, you know what our essence and DNA is. So some of this might be repetitive. For others, for the first time joining one of our webinars, as I do plenty of them, we really want to have you enveloped in what the essence, the ethos, the DNA of Crystal is, but more importantly, what's new this year? What are we doing to really raise the bar and continue to achieve? And, you know, when we look at when Mary Tyler Moore, this is a really interesting year because it's our 30th anniversary. When Mary Tyler Moore christened our first ship, which is the Harmony, back in LA in 1990, the vision for us was really crystal clear, and it's to break the mold of traditional cruising, right, and create the very best luxury travel experience. As I like to say to the team, it's let's break out of the sea of sameness. How do you do that? So 30 years later, Crystal is really the most trusted luxury cruise brand, having earned more world's best accolades than any other cruise line in history. And as much today as it was then, in 1990, the cornerstone of the Crystal experience is still an exceptional standard of service provided by the most genuinely gracious staff at sea. Other cruise lines call them crew. We call them our onboard family. So when you look at this Crystal portfolio, right? Because we've been known 30 years ago as just an ocean brand with one ship and then as many as 3 ships at one point. Today, we stand as a Crystal portfolio of brand experiences, and I like to say one trusted brand, the only brand in the industry that can provide you with ocean, river, yacht, expedition, and dare I say that it's even not on this page, Crystal Air cruises, because we have both our 777 that's for charter and our Global Express. So again, one trusted brand under that umbrella of Crystal. And then you add to the confusion of what folks talk about, right? What does luxury mean to you? What does luxury mean to me? I think the word luxury is the most overused word in our industry. So for us, when we had to come out with a new brand campaign, it was really, really simple. We used in New York, MRM McCann, and we put out to them, we want to have a brand campaign that is very simple, that resonates with our guests and with our travel partners alike, but more importantly, that pulls at the heartstrings. So when you see the advertising with our brand campaign, I mean, it's very, very, very easy. It talks to, and we use our real guests and our real onboard family, quote unquote, crew. So this was the manifesto that put forth crystal, where luxury is personal. And that's the brand campaign. We're actually in the second year of it. So I'll just read it. So just for just 1 second to position what the manifesto or the foundation was as we move forward. So luxury should be whatever you want it to be. It should put you perfectly at ease. It should feel effortless, relaxed. It should certainly never feel fussy, judgmental, or pompous. And luxury should know who you are and what you want, whether that's truffle sauce, béarnaise sauce, or tomato sauce. Luxury is defined by what you want, not by what anyone might think you want. So when you come and explore with Crystal, we believe what sets us aside is luxury is personal. It is one size fits one, and not one size fits all. So the world of crystal is really one of refined elegance, gracious hospitality, casually sophisticated, and all-inclusive. So it's really breathtaking in scope as far as destination. So from polar regions at the top of the world to mesmerizing islands in the South Pacific. When your clients come and travel with us, they're going to explore the familiar, the exotic, and the fascinating, again, with one brand, trusted brand, that gives them all they need in the world with confidence. So we say the difference is crystal clear. So the company was built on these pillars: service, space, quality, and choices. And most recently, 3 years ago, we added destinations. We added destinations because the number one reason people travel is destination. But these pillars have been at the heart and at the center of our success. And I think when we went out and looked at the evolution of the category, what is the category? Not just the cruising category in the hospitality industry. We looked at many ways luxury cruising has changed and is continuing to evolve. But the more important thing is because of who we are, Crystal, the then, the now, and forever luxury innovator as we position ourselves, the creative force behind some of the world's best experiences. So for us, it's about continuing to have what we believe is the crystal truth, right? It's the company's truth at the center of everything that we do. So these pillars, service, space, quality, and destinations, have really been part of that DNA, and we continue to ensure that if you think of the crystal ships, they have a big ship footprint, but they're luxury ships. So we are able to do as much with entertainment, with lectures, with all that we have been able to do because of the footprint, because of the sheer size, but yet the luxury space and the quality. And dare I say, it is just something that you cannot, luxury is about choices. It's about options. We believe we have the working affluent and the retired wealthy, right? So we have to make sure that we have enough choices. And again, destinations, number one reason people travel. So we're proudly positioning 2020 and beyond as we kick off our 30th anniversary as the Crystal Decade. So the Crystal Decade will be 10 years of new experiences, new lands, and new choices for discovery from us, your favorite luxury cruise brand. So we're very excited to tag this, and you'll see as we go through, we look forward to our continued adventures together. So our travel partner distribution channel is the number one channel that we have, and it is critical to us that you feel like our guests feel when they come on board. So when they come on board a Crystal ship, it's not just coming on a ship. They're actually welcomed home by our onboard family. When they get on a Crystal ship, your clients, as our guest and part of the Crystal family, are embraced by the brand. That embrace, just imagine that a warm hug. That is what it feels like. For us, how do I translate that to you? Because we need to give you the tools and resources, right? So as we look forward, it's about new promotions for your clients and a new ship for every luxury and adventure, right? Because we have this portfolio of experiences. And then, of course, giving you the amazing and terrific tools to help sell the world's best. So how have we accomplished that? The team has worked really hard because obviously, we've had great success, and as a result, listen, we're in business, all of us are, right, to be very successful and to make a lot of sales, which is exciting. But at the end of the day, we also want to, really thank you and make sure, if some of you who haven't experienced the brand, how do you get on to experience this Crystal brand across the portfolio? So we have launched, and it's a book by March 4th promotion. So we used to have in the past sell 3 cruise free, and that went away. So now this is a travel advisor appreciation. I think it's our birthday, our celebration, but it's our way of saying thank you to you. So we are choosing in this array of voyages, you just have to sell one of these. It's automatic. You don't have to do anything to enter to win. There's a promo code when you book this. Our team will know, and basically through March 4th, as many of these cruise voyages that you book, each of the times you book a Crystal cruise, you will be submitted to be as part of this incredible 30 free luxury cruise giveaway. So we're very excited to really kick off not just Wave, but our anniversary, right? So if you book your clients on any of these 2020 spring and summer sailings, you will be entered to win one of the inclusive luxury cruises aboard the world's best. So March 4th is when the offer ends. So we're really excited to know that there's a lot of select Mediterranean sailings here, including 4 on the list that are part of our 30th anniversary edition. And I'll tell you which, what we're offering. Those are in teal. And these sailings enjoy additional special savings, shipboard credits, commemorative pins, and more. So if you start booking your clients on Crystal today, the more you book, the greater your chances. And we're very excited, and we've had nothing but really positive input. So again, it's a matter of booking them on these offers starting today. The more you book, the greater the chances. And we're giving away, it's our anniversary, our birthday, so to speak. We turn 30, but the gifts are yours. And to align that, because that's your travel partner spiff, but there's got to be something for your consumers, right? So we, decided, Wave is really interesting. For us in luxury, Wave is what we created, because we actually, through marketing and our efforts, will drive that business to your offices. But we also needed something for our ocean voyages, right? What do we do? And our rivers. So I'll talk about river in a second. So we're also pleased to offer reduced deposits for your clients on select Crystal Symphony and Crystal Serenity voyages, sailing from May through August of 2020. And then if they book by March 4th, of course, they enjoy these reduced initial deposits, just $100 per guest, plus again, additional book now savings and 2-for-1. So not only do you have by the way, the 30th anniversary limited time reduced deposits and extended final payment offer is also the ones that you can earn that 30th anniversary, what we call 30 cruises for you, our travel partners. And now, hot off the presses, last week, we introduced the river version of limited time $500 reduced deposits on select river voyages. And I've got to tell you, we had an amazing booking week last week. This was introduced on Wednesday, and we always review our revenues first thing Monday. We just have to look back at really the kind of traction these promotions are having. It really didn't end with just ocean, right? We're also offering reduced deposits on select 2020 Crystal River cruises. So again, if you didn't realize Crystal's in the river brand, yes, we are. We came in 2016 and have 4 beautiful RHINE class, new built, purposely built ships for us. So on this, it's just a reduced $500 per guest deposit, also our date of March 4th. So again, also 2-for-1 fares, savings. So there's lots of information, and I will show you where you need to go to download the flyer via our partner resource center. So at the end, it's to give you all of the tools you need, right? As we celebrate, again, 30 years of luxury and discovery, and we launch into kicking off what I believe is the Crystal decade. How do we arm you, right? For 30 years, Crystal ships have explored the world's waters, pioneering new ways to share the most wondrous experiences with our guests in elegance and luxury. And as our fleet has grown to include journeys by ocean, river, yacht, and yes, expedition, the heart of our company still beats with a passion for service and creating unforgettable moments for you and your clients. And really what that's about is what I like to call the 5 C's: the category, the culture, the consumer, the connections, and the company. And in the center of that is what we believe is Crystal's truth. It's what we loyal to. It's what really has allowed us this opportunity to delve and create and expand and provide the all-inclusive Crystal experience. So the categories, as I mentioned earlier, is the meaning of luxury cruising is in flux. So how do we change the paradigm in the luxury cruise category? The culture is luxury travel is the expression of a life loved and lived by our clients, your clients, our guests. So it's about understanding the culture that they're looking for, and obviously the consumer, because at the end of the day, your client, our guest, the ultimate purpose of travel for them is the actual journey. So how do we curate these amazing experiences for them? And then the connections, really, it's the story that sparks the journey through Crystal, where luxury is personal. Our ad campaign, we are pulling at the heartstrings, not just of our guests, but also of that onboard family, because we feature our crew in these ads. And again, really, who's going to be the leader? The leader is the company that creates the dream. And Crystal's Truth is in the middle of it, encompassing all of those 5 categories to be able to go ahead as we celebrate our 30th year of award-winning personal luxury in 2020. We wanted to make sure everything's included, from our 2-for-1 fares, limited book now savings, exclusive anniversary savings on all of these 30th anniversary collection cruises. So I'm going to feature some of them now, which I think is great, but I'll also going to sprinkle in some information from focus groups, data entry that we do. So in marketing, we do a lot of research, a lot of focus groups. We also outsource a lot of our research. So some of the findings, because many webinars, it's great to sit in a webinar. It's great for me to share what these 30th anniversary voyages look like, because I will go through them. I'll talk about, not just the itinerary, but also the incredible fares from, right? Absolutely phenomenal. And I'll sprinkle in some of our insights, right, that will help you sell, because some of you say you have no luxury clients. I couldn't sell a Crystal cruise. The price point's too much. Well, I'm showing right there, fares from $29.99, right, for a 12-night voyage on Serenity, April 21st through May 3rd, Rome to Monte Carlo. So one of the things that we've offered, so on this particular amazing itinerary, from Cinque Terre to the Prunelli Gorge in Corsica, and imagine the lavender fields of Provence. A study of art, architecture, nature, highlighted with overnight stays in Barcelona and Monte Carlo. So here we've pictured Valencia, Spain. It is an amazing itinerary. It is part of our 30th anniversary, absolutely gorgeous. So it's about really driving this, right? So at the end of the day, we have actually, by design, and here's a gorgeous shot of Palma de Mallorca, right? Rich in monuments of many ages, was founded by the Romans more than, imagine, 2,000 years ago. It's magnificent. Rose-colored Gothic cathedrals dominate the palm fringed waterfront of its urban center. Mallorca is known as the Island of Tranquility. It's the largest and most developed of the Balearic group. So steep mountains, serene valleys, wide plains, varied landscape. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. So if you could just imagine, this is really the kind of picture you need to paint when you introduce some of these itineraries to your clients. Again, part of our 30th anniversary. So the data we found is that we used to have longer duration cruises. So by design, because how do you skew your demographics to be younger? It's really by creating 7-night voyages, 10-night voyages, 12-night voyages. As a matter of fact, our world cruise, our 25th annual world cruise, is happening right now on Serenity, and we're known for world cruises. We're out through 2022, obviously selling, but we're going to launch 2023 world cruise very soon. And it's great to have a world cruise client, but really for us, it has been, how do we curate getaways? How do we curate segments that you can string together to do longer voyages, but still keep them like this beautiful example of Rome to Venice, 7 nights, May 31st, fares from $31.49. So just to give you a feeling on this, you could be jetting across the Gulf of Naples to the Isle of Capri to see the Blue Grotto and Villa San Michele. You can just imagine, built on lands where Tiberius once stood. Or they can trek medieval walls in Dubrovnik and enjoy an evening gondola cruise on an overnight in Venice. And obviously we're picturing Venice here. Our ship is small enough that we are able to go to Venice. Again, we're less than 1,000 guests. Big ship footprint, like premium class footprint is what I like to say. But think of all that space, because it's less than 1,000 guests, right? So we're going to talk about where you source our ocean guests. So this happens to be Couture. What a beautiful. So few places in the world boast such clear architectural accounts of their full histories as does, it's a UNESCO listed Couture. So UNESCO listed site, Couture. We've included a lot of UNESCO listed sites throughout our itineraries, right? Couture and its bay, right? So you can roam the city squares, enjoy sweeping ocean views as you follow footsteps through time, including fortifications dating from the 9th century, significant churches, cathedrals from the 12th to 15th centuries, and the 17th century Princess Palace and the 19th century Napoleon's Theater. I mean, talk about history. So when everybody talks to me, before I move over to our river, how do you source on ocean? So our Crystal Society, those are our loyalists and ambassadors. Those are the ones who love the Crystal brand, and they are very, very loyal to it. That source is anywhere between 50 and 55% are repeaters on our ocean brand. So where do we source the new to Crystal guest? Really from premium brands and contemporary brands, suite space. So anybody that you've put on a premium brand and you've put them in a suite, or even on a contemporary brand in a loft where they're paying $25,000 for a 7-day voyage, but yet they get off, you know, they leave that beautiful enclave of elegance, and then they have another, you know, 6,000 guests with them. That's not how it is at Crystal. So if you would target those premium guests or contemporary guests that have booked suites and put them over and step them up into Crystal luxury, I guarantee you have an annuity for life, because at that point, I've got to tell you, all inclusions aren't created equal. So more to come on that. So that's how we source on ocean, and I'll talk about our river as well. So that's my biggest, you know, hint to you, is how we source is how you should really think about going after your own database and really create this opportunity for yourself. So as we shift over to our river, we're going to feature some of the 30th anniversary collection for river. First, Christmas markets. Everybody thinks of river in those picturesque Christmas markets. I mean, it is gorgeous. From the cultural powerhouse of Amsterdam to the storybook villages of Rudesheim. It's the romantic RHINE. It's mesmerizing really, with its spectacular beauty. So it's the ability to come and see the dramatic Rhine Gorge and explore Cologne's famed cathedrals, all during Christmas markets, the color, the festivities. I mean, it is just what people think of when they think of river. So if you think here, Koblenz, this is what we're featuring, located where the Rhine and the Moselle rivers and 3 mountain ranges meet. Koblenz's scenery is really unmatched. Add to that the city's 2,000-year-old history, hilltop fortress, and squares lined by classic Germanic architecture, and you have a place really made for photos. If they're ambling along the town's narrow lanes, the river promenade, you know, they're going to encounter medieval churches, flower-filled parks, sidewalk cafes, and just maybe a wine tavern, right? It's ideal for sipping Riesling and drinking in the atmosphere. And this is all within a Christmas markets cruise. So when we entered into the river business, and that was in 2016, I got to tell you, it's just been really rewarding because our guests absolutely love that river brand. The sourcing on river is really interesting. 50% is our society members, so our Crystal repeaters that absolutely love the Crystal brand and understand that if they're blindfold, whether they go on ocean, river, yacht, or expedition, the ethos, the DNA that makes Crystal Crystal will be there. It's the same genuine hospitality, the same, you know, pillars that we have built this business on, that foundation of success that's very unique. Now, the river, first to river guests are coming from other luxury ocean lines. Isn't that an interesting fact? Why? It's really interesting. So we dig a little deeper and ask focus groups, how did we get there? Well, the reality is, you know, luxury consumers in ocean, when they know a luxury brand, they're very loyal to it. So those other ocean luxury brands, and you know who they are, there's many of them. A few start with S, one starts with R. You can figure it out. Then they see the Crystal name attached to a river portfolio, Crystal River Cruises. They know Crystal, they know it's an ocean brand. It just makes sense because those other, even though they're loyalists and enthusiasts to those luxury brands on ocean, the reality is those brands do not have a river brand or portfolio. So it's easy for them to come on over to Crystal because it's a trusted name and brand. So I wanted to share the river sourcing. Then we have the beautiful Esprit. So this is our Dubai holiday extravaganza. Oh my God, what a way to ring in the new year in Dubai and witness one of the world's most dazzling fireworks and laser celebrations on a towering voyage, supercharged with man-made wonders and natural treasures. Obviously, we've pictured Dubai. Dubai looks absolutely gorgeous. So as we celebrate our 30th year of personal luxury in 2020, this is one of our incredible 30th anniversary cruises. So beautiful fare. Look at it, 11 nights, fares from just $10,349. So absolutely phenomenal. Let me tell you, Esprit was our #1 rated ship in the fleet in 2018 and 2019. That beautiful honor has gone to our river brands because they've done so well. So Esprit is just 31 suites, okay? Just 62 guests, and it's yachting, it's not cruising. So it's very, very different, very casual, different atmosphere, the service and the culinary. Just imagine the amazing crew to guest ratio. It is an experience like none other. And by the way, this is just a shot of the waterfront on Doha, absolutely beautiful. So just so you know, I was on a spree last year and it was just amazing. That onboard culinary is like nothing else. And believe me, I did ocean for Christmas, New Year's for my family vacation, and that's the 5th time I've done it. It's just absolutely fantastic. So this is exciting for us because not only is it our 30th anniversary, but we're introducing the next ocean ship for Crystal, which is the Crystal Endeavor. So this is our expedition yacht, and I'm going to go into a little more detail about Crystal Expedition, but I want to focus on some of these voyages, and this one happens to be the October 15th through 31st voyage. The first voyages, because she launches August 10th from Tokyo, the first 4 voyages are sold out, and actually they are waitlisted. This voyage has availability, and then the ones after this, which I'll feature as well, have availability. This happens to have not one, but 2 amazing lecturers and guests, so to speak. We have celebrity chef Nobu. As you know, we have Nobu aboard our Ocean. We're the exclusive ocean-going brand that has a partnership with Nobu. His other partnership on land, Nobu, is with De Niro. So if you've been to a Nobu, I know I went to New York recently. I've been to the one in Vegas, the one in LA. I went to the one in Melbourne, the one here in Miami, and I knew Houston has one. You know, Nobu's quality is incredible. So everybody on board that is part of the Nobu brand for Umi Uma by Nobu is trained by the chef himself. So you could just imagine him coming on board this voyage, adding a dash of rare culinary adventure. It's a fascinating voyage through Indonesia's mosaic of cultures, the southern lands of Australia, and the wonders of the Great Barrier Reef. Now, Nobu will also be joined by Leica Academy's principal instructor and master photographer, Nick Rains. He'll be joining the Crystal Endeavor's captivating expedition, Indonesian Immersive, and the Great Barrier Reef, sailing from Bali to Cairns. So again, a culinary cruise, 30th anniversary, and again, we have the amazing Leica Academy principal master photographer on board. So talk about enrichment. You'll get enrichment, you'll get culinary, you'll have everything and anything you imagine. So that's an absolutely fantastic voyage. And if anybody is a follower of Nobu, I recommend you quickly have this as part of your recommendation list to them. And this is a focus on Raja Ampat, which is part of that voyage. It's the heart of the Coral Triangle, where some of Earth's richest marine biodiversity exists and thrives. You know, it's the scuba diving heaven of Raja Ampat. So it's enchanting is the world beneath the warm waters here. That the famed Blue Magic dive site, 7 to 30 meters below, holds the world record for the number of species potentially encountered in a single dive. So if you have divers, this is where they want to be. I, of course, love the culinary. So give me Nobu Matsuhitsu's culinary and maybe his incredible Chardonnay to go with the jalapenos specifically, or the tiradito. It is incredible. And then I shift to what we're really excited about, because again, we have our beautiful ocean ships with Symphony and Serenity, incredible river brand, right? So we have, you know, all of the 4 RHINE class ships, which are spectacular. The Crystal Esprit doing amazing. And now in August, we are counting down to the Crystal Endeavor. This is Crystal's entry into expedition market. Why do we enter into these portfolio or brand experiences, or what I call brand extensions? Well, this comes directly from focus groups and surveys from our guests. There's a lot of expedition brands out there, but they recognize the Crystal luxury and the Crystal brand, and they wanted us to get into expedition. So in 195 days, Crystal Endeavor will embark on her maiden journey from Tokyo on August 10, 2020. It's right after the Tokyo Olympics. And let me just add, I was at the shipyard in December. Pinch me, I feel so blessed and lucky to get the opportunity. I had never been at a keel laying, and our parent company, Genting Malaysia, Genting Hong Kong, was doing a keel laying for their Dream Global class ship, which was amazing. It was a rarer night, as I mentioned, almost 39 years in the industry, and I had never been to a keel laying, let alone been to the shipyard. But I did get to see this gorgeous vessel, the Crystal Endeavor, firsthand. So if you follow me on Facebook, I did post a lot of Facebook photos of the Endeavor. She's gorgeous. So it's 100 suites, just 200 guests, staff to guest ratio of 1-to-1. And per guest ratio of 100. Look at this staff to guest ratio, 1-to-1. For every guest, you have an onboard family member to take care of you. It's all about highly personal service. And folks said, we're so used to expedition being, rugged. Okay, that's fine. But up to now, kind of like in the river brands, you know, guests and clients have been making some, kind of compromising choices because they had no choice. But now when Crystal comes into play, just like we did on the river, we turned it all upside down. Trust me, folks, when I tell you. And just with 4 of our river ships and winning some accolades that we'll talk about in a second. But sometimes the smallest details really make the greatest difference. So 20,000 gross registered ton PC6 expedition ship will accommodate just 200 guests. Elegantly casual, generous public spaces designed to showcase the outside scenery, because that's what people want when they're doing expedition, to be one with nature, right? Again, PC6 compliant, all suite, all veranda, all butler serviced guest rooms, all suites, all veranda, butler service guest rooms. Michelin inspired dining options with 6 dining venues, and this is expedition, ladies and gentlemen, 6 dining venues, including Master Chef Nobu Matsuhitsa's Umiuma and Sushi Bar. And again, full service Crystal Life Spa. So it's the salon and the spa, full service, state-of-the-art fitness center. Amazing. And yes, there is a casino. Let me just tell you. So just think of this incredible 200 guests, 206 crew. Why not? Why not luxury in expedition? Not lacking in luxury. Up to now, that's what we heard with our research. They really didn't see luxurious expedition. So expedition-specific amenities and spaces will enhance our guest experience, including there'll be enrichment areas, just like we do on River and Ocean, designated mud rooms, love that, on either side of the ship. I love it. So we don't delay any of the boarding and the unboarding or disembarkation when we have to get on very quickly. And obviously a helicopter lounge. So we have a 7-guest submersible. It will also be on board, allowing for deep water explorations of up to 980 feet deep in select areas of the world. And we also have a submersible on the Esprit. So wherever we're able to operate it, we do. And it was just really nice. So we want to talk about expeditions very different, right? So every Crystal expedition voyage offers gear tailored to each itinerary, because we have 3 different categories. So we're going to talk about those, okay? So it's really tailored to the regional weather, whether it's cold temperature or hot temperature, and we've provided complimentary for rent or for purchase. So lots of options. The expedition essentials, from the complimentary sub-zero parkas and polar boots to windbreakers and water canteens, we've partnered with renowned travel outfitters Ship to Shore Traveler to ensure that your clients have access to all the adventure essentials and other available to purchase extras, right? So anything they need to make their expedition one for the books, they can click on the link that's on our website for Ship to Shore Traveler, and everything is shipped to the expedition ship, right to the Endeavor. When they get on board, it'll be there. So they don't have to actually pack it and have extra, what I call suitcase costs. Listen, I am constantly traveling. I'm traveling tomorrow again. Anybody who knows me, I have to get on a flight with just one suitcase. It's a carry-on. I have my bag and my carry-on. If it doesn't fit in that carry-on, it's not going with me. It's as simple as that. I know. So imagine if you're going on an expedition and it's like freezing cold and you need, so that's why this is such an amazing service, and they do such a great job. And I saw all the designs that our marketing team came together with, and it was phenomenal. So I want to also, really introduce you so you can meet our expedition leaders. So to the left is an accomplished photographer, Boris Weiss, with a horticulture background. So Boris has 10 plus years of expedition experience, having taken him from Antarctica and Alaska, Greenland, Iceland, South Georgia, and the Falkland Islands. And then to the right, we have Eva Mullen Westerholm, and her focus is on wilderness and social anthropology. So Eva has spent more than 13 years guiding expeditions through Arctic and Antarctic, as well as Iceland, Central America, Eastern Canada, and the British Islands. So these are our expedition leaders, and they will each have their own teams, and the teams come and go based on where are they and what type of expedition class we have. Because again, we have different categories. It's not all, as you think, rugged adventure. So I'm going to go through some of the voyages that I want you just kind of like to look at price points here and look at the dates. So this is October 31st through November 14th. It's 14 nights. It's Australian offshore and the Great Barrier Reef. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so Cairns to Sydney, your clients are going to uncover the underwater wonders of Australia's UNESCO World Heritage Site listed Greater Barrier Reef. And the Great Barrier Reef, obviously a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I talked earlier in the presentation, we are now more of an effort, an impact to call out the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Why? Because I think there's collectors out there, folks who want to collect these World Heritage Sites and put it as part of their, we don't call it bucket list, we call it life list at Crystal. They're living, so they want to add it to that list of life, of places they want to go see and enjoy, right? So this is a real immersive journey, okay? They're going to discover a vast paradise of islands teeming with untouched wilderness, secret underwater worlds of colorful marine life, and dancing coral. So here we've obviously it's a Great Barrier Reef is what you're seeing, and this is a remote expedition. So we've positioned it as the remote expedition, and this is a focus on Magnetic Island in Australia. It's part of a submerged coastal mountain. So Magnetic Island sits off the coast of northeastern Queensland, Australia, in Halifax Bay. So it's an inlet of the Coral Sea. So it was originally named Magnetical by British navigator James Cook, who believed the compass on his ship was affected by the island. And it really is a magnificent, magnificent place. It's home to beautiful beaches and a spectacular national park. This mountainous island of rocky granite, headlands, and towering pines features an abundance of wildlife, including koalas, rock wallabies, and brush-tail possums. So just imagine, you've got a little bit of everything here, because they've got the gorgeous beaches, the spectacular national park, and just a little bit of everything from the mountainous island of rocky granite, and then all that amazing wildlife. And, you know, we've all seen what's happened in our prayers with Australia. So look, just imagine those gorgeous koalas. Now, this next voyage is November 14th through the 28th. So this is also a 14-night voyage. This is under the category of destination exploration. So this one's Tasmania and fjords of New Zealand. So it's Sydney to Christchurch on Endeavour, November 14th. So I'll talk a little bit. It's Outback Adventure awaits on this one. It's along the rugged coastline of Australia and New Zealand's most breathtaking islands, right? So your clients are going to get a glimpse into the world of fairy penguins. How cute is that? Feasting their eyes on pink granite mountains and uncovering rushing rivers and golden beaches beyond the Tasman Sea. So here it's Flinders Island. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so picturesque, this entire voyage. And this is a focus on Milford Sound in New Zealand, which is part of this amazing voyage of 14 nights. The majestic peaks reaching toward the sky and white-plumed waterfalls cascading down forested cliffs into pristine waters makes Milford Sound the undisputed jewel of New Zealand's, again, World Heritage listed Fiordland National Park, right? Not surprisingly, the Maori believed the sound was carved by a divine stone mason. In particular, the spectacular beauty is complemented by an abundance of, again, amazing wildlife, including dolphins, seals, and even penguins on this particular voyage, right? And most people don't think they'd see penguins. Well, you do. So our next category, cultural discovery, right? So this one is just 12 nights, so and under $10,000, $99.99, November 28th through December 10th. And this one's Christchurch to Auckland. And again, book now savings, and we're very excited because this price point is, I mean, look at the per diem, divide 9999 by 12, and you know this is a bargain. Prices that won't be seen again, I guarantee you. So this is an untouched corner of the world where really it's rugged peaks, thermal valleys, hidden inlets, rainbow-colored lakes, all add to the magical landscape. And, you know, your clients can explore beyond the ethereal beauty because it's absolutely gorgeous with a visit. This is my favorite, to New Zealand's wine region, okay? So nestled amid charming fishing villages. This is just super cool. This happens to be Dusky Sound. I'm a wine not connoisseur, but an enthusiast of the wine world. So I would absolutely love that because that gives you a little bit of everything, right? And then Dunedin. So in New Zealand, focusing on this, it's a charismatic city of Dunedin, lies in southeastern New Zealand at the head of Otago Harbour on South Island. Its name means Edinburgh in Gaelic, and to this day, it has retained enduring reminders of its Scottish roots. Imagine that. Adorning the streets of Dunedin is a wealth of Victorian and Edwardian buildings, so richly festooned with spires, gables, and even gargoyles. I couldn't believe this. The rolling hills, pristine beaches, and the secluded bays of the adjacent Otago Peninsula are home to albatrosses, sea lions, and yellow-eyed penguins. I mean, when you paint this picture, what isn't there to love on that amazing voyage? And the next one, again, another one for under $10,000. And again, 12 nights, December 10th through the 22nd. This is the one right before the holidays. Another cultural discovery, Auckland to Christchurch. But again, it's remote coast of New Zealand. So this one, you've entered eventually into a world of blessed by both man-made and natural splendors, right? On this epic trek through New Zealand, your clients are going to cruise through ancient glacier fjords, hike through sublime forests, sip legendary cool climate wine, so that's a little different, visit eclectic museums, and have encounters with majestic wildlife. Again, this is Marlborough Sound, another voyage that is part of many's life list. That's fantastic. And this is the beautiful, spectacular Bay of Plenty on New Zealand's North Island. Okay, and it's home to the resort town of Tauranga, known for its fine restaurants, boutiques, gallery, and the city is also a hotspot for water sports and a gateway to nearby attractions, right? So, such as like geothermal wonders of Rotorua. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. Again, part of that voyage, and I said 12 nights under $10,000. So we just wanted to feature some of the voyages, not just on our 30th anniversary, but some of the voyages of the gorgeous Endeavor. Because if you were at our offices, and Crystal's a global brand, so we have our LA headquarters, we have a Miami headquarters, we have an office in Sydney, Australia. We obviously have Asia locations through our agency locations and CSAs, Crystal sales agents throughout Asia. Just an absolute, by the way, we have an office in Amsterdam that services our river in Malta. So it's gone from not a two-ship operation. It is a global brand. Again, I talk about that one trusted brand. So what do I do to impart on you? And by the way, just to share, like I did stats and numbers on Endeavor, since we are open for sale and we've had great, it's about 95% is our Crystal Society members. It's incredible. It's a very high percentage of our society members because they've been waiting for this. They've been waiting for quite some time, and this is really our new ocean experience. We're creating a brand new ocean ship, absolutely gorgeous. So for us, it's how you stay in the know. What resources do we give you? So if you're not familiar with Crystal's Partner Resource Center, I want to share it with you because I got to tell you, it's one-stop shopping. It's really a seamless place where you go to get all your resources for everything that makes up the world of Crystal, right? So you get a little bit of everything here. So if you needed to get flyers, you can download this and many more flyers and customize them all with a call to action. And they're all specific based on the brand experience. So we obviously have the Crystal Esprit there. We have Ocean. We have Crystal River. We have what we call Crystal Cruise Value Collection. So these are available on PRC. I'm giving you exactly where to go, advisor.crystalcruises.com. And the cruise value collections are literally based on the brand extension or experience. It's the very best value you get on ocean, river, yacht, and expedition. So we've done the homework for you. It's like one front and back. You can know exactly where to steer your clients, where we have the availability and the very best value. Hence why it's called, obviously, the Crystal Cruises Value Collections. By the way, we incorporated last year what we call the top 10 reasons. Top 10 reasons to sell for you and for your clients to buy Crystal Cruises, Crystal River Cruises, Crystal Yacht Cruises, and Crystal Expedition Cruises. So those, when you make a booking with us, we will include in your, obviously, when we send you your confirmation, your travel partner version will have the top 10 reasons, and you'll have that if you want to share it with your clients. It just gives you a talk track to make it easy, because our research shows many times you're taking out options on different cruise brands. And how do we set ourselves apart? We started with how do we create a brand that separates from the sea of sameness, right? And that's part of it. It's giving you our travel partners, our valued travel partners that are value interpreters that can educate your clients on what Crystal is. And by giving you those quick top 10 reasons, it's like bullet points, and it makes your life easier. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know how you do what you do. So anything that makes your life easier makes my life easier, because then I really become a true partner in helping you close sales. So with Crystal Cruises, I talked about the reduced deposits flyers. So we have them on ocean and we have them on river, and then our travel advisor appreciation. So all of this comes to an end March 4th on both offers, the travel advisor offer, and then we'll let everybody know who the 30 winners are. But again, booking by March 4th, enjoy reduced initial deposit of just $100 per guest on our ocean, and then again, our travel advisor appreciation, because there had to be something in it for you. And then we did the same thing with Crystal River. So Crystal River Cruises is the reduced deposit offer. Again, this flyer now available on the PRC. Again, reduced initial deposits of just $500 per guest. So we've really reduced it. Again, just encouraging people. There's over 50 applicable voyages. On the ocean reduced deposit, there was just 13, lucky 13. On this, there's over 50 voyages where you can enjoy. So now is the time to go back and see what clients do you have on maybe other luxury brands that have been wanting to take a river cruise. And when you introduce them to river and true Crystal River luxury, it is a very different experience. So, you know, again, we really want to present different options for you, right? And we understand you might have clients who have booked some premium brands and you want to go ahead and step them up, and then pricing is an issue. So we've gone out and are pleased to present what we call Crystal Flex Fares. So these Flex Fares enjoy guaranteed savings in select category groups while space is still available. So as long as your clients are flexible, they've got the best available fare. Absolutely, but they got to be flexible, right? These fares are subject to availability and won't last. So you really got to book them. So this is whenever we have some close-in inventory, and we don't like dilution. None of us like revenue dilution. And our guests love their stateroom or their suite numbers, right? So this is an opportunity for you to step someone up from a premium or contemporary brand, have them book a Crystal Flex Fare because the pricing is a major value and it's a guarantee, and they're used to doing that because I know the premium and contemporary brands do a lot of guarantee offers. We never did, now we do. And the Flex Fares have been so very well received because it truly allows folks to take advantage of the best rate if they're flexible, and then they get their stateroom assignment. And then once they go on Crystal, guess what? It is an annuity. I always say when you're on another brand and you think your all-inclusive is really all-inclusive, bet the night before you get off your beautiful voyage that you thought was so fantastic, in the dead of night, someone slips this little invoice, under your suite door. And then you wake up and it's like, sticker shock, right? It's like, oh my, I'm not in Kansas anymore. That doesn't happen on Crystal. It just doesn't, because you know up front, unless it's spa or salon or casino, you can't get a cut on that, but you make your full commission on the price up front. So it's all these other amenities that people buy on board sometimes. Trust me, it makes all the difference in the world. So here's where I'm just going to pause. I take a deep breath because I truly am humbled. And I thank the teams because I was lucky enough in October to go with our leadership team, including our president, CEO, Tom Wilbur, to New York City in October to accept these amazing Condé Nast Reader's Choice Awards. I say that humbly because, listen, it is easy. It's not easy to get to #1 and win these awards. It isn't easy. I don't want to make it sound like it's easy, but what's harder is to stay there, right? I mean, that's just reality. So when they called us and told us, you know, we kind of made history. We've made history by taking top honors for all three. And I like to say in parentheses, soon to be 4, when they make Expedition its own category, which I'm really politicking for, because in the small ship category where we won with Esprit is also where we have a lot of Expedition brands in there, right? And I think Expedition has grown so much, it should be its own category. So, you know, we made history by taking top honors for all these 3 of our brand experiences in 2019. I'm humbled. I don't ever take this for granted. I tell the team, please just be so thankful. These are the longest running awards in travel, and this year's accolades mark a record 26th year that Crystal Ocean has received these exclusive honors. So obviously Reader's Choice, Best Medium Cruise Line. We won for Best Small Cruise Line, that was Crystal Yacht, first time ever, and Best River Cruise Line, Crystal River Cruise Line, first time ever. So it's a three-peat, and boy, so what's next in voting, right? You've got to keep us at the top, vote, because voting opportunities, which I'll share with you on this next slide, it is an opportunity for third-party endorsements, because, you know, I can sit here and tell you how great the Crystal brand is. You might know how great the Crystal brand is, but your clients, when they're booking from you, they want to hear a third party endorse it. And let me tell you, when you've won that many Reader's Choice Award or Travel and Leisure's World's Best, for 2020, we are nominated. By the way, we've won Travel and Leisure's World's Best Awards 25 years. So now we are nominated for all ships, all 8 ships, and it's open through March 2nd. So I humbly ask you to go and vote and get your clients who have experienced us to vote as well. And also we've got the 2019 Luxury Travel Advisor Awards of Excellence open through March 27th. So we humbly ask for the vote because, again, third-party endorsements that you can use really in your selling process. And then I want to introduce Storytellers Podcast. And this one happens to be with Sir Michael Burton. So it's episode 8. So we've got 8 episodes so far. This came as a direct result of the amazing enrichment we have on board. We have incredible lecturers and renowned world famous people that come on Crystal. And then we thought, how do we, because if you're on one voyage, you might be on a world cruise and you're on for 3 months, but what if you only did a 10-day cruise or a 7-night cruise or a 14-night, and you love the lectures, but they keep you wanting more, but you're not on the next voyage, right? So we thought, how do we harness the power of our lecture series and our enrichment with what we created as the Storytellers Podcast. So this was Crystal Symphony's cruise director, Russ Grieve, is setting sail with former member of the British Diplomatic Service, Sir Michael Burton, as they set sail from Tokyo to Hong Kong. He's a generalist, right? So his long and varied career in the British Diplomatic Service has left him with an in-depth knowledge of the history, politics, and culture of the Middle East and North Africa, South and Southeast Asia, and the Mediterranean. So our cruise director has a wonderful interview, very relaxed, and these podcast series have been so well received. It's truly been fantastic because our guests love it. So we'd love to hear from you. So if I don't get to the questions, and I know Anna's going to ask me a few questions coming up and probably give away that incredible gift card, but if I don't get to, I just wanted to let you know that's our sales support at crystalcruises.com. That's the number, prompt 6, or you can email us really to join in on the conversation. Maybe you know who your strategic business development manager is at Crystal, or maybe you don't. The point is, we really want to make sure that we're connected with you, that we're supporting your efforts. We know it is a tough job. So at the end of the day, on behalf of the Crystal family, on board and ashore, we thank you for all you do, our travel partner distribution channel, and thank you, CLIA, for what you do for the cruise line industry. You really are our voice, and we support you, and we thank the support that we get. So Anna, with that, if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Perfect. We do have some questions coming in. Our first one is from Tina, who has a group booked with you, and she's wondering if clients need to register online before their departure date.
Well, they do. We have a thing called PCPC, where they have to priority cruise and check-in. So it's prior to their cruise, and they've got to get on there because they've got to tell us all their passport information, post your credit card on there, and it's a guest has to do that. And I know because I forgot to do mine, and I had to do it at the ship, and it's a problem. They actually hounded me down. I was traveling, and they actually hounded me down. They wouldn't give me my tickets unless I had gone in there and entered my passport information, and it had to be an accurate passport, etc. So everything had to be up to date. My daughter's had expired, and so I had to show the new one. So even I, who work here, do have to register. So I highly recommend it. See, we have seamless embarkation. So Tina, it's fantastic. Once your clients go on there, they've registered themselves, they put their credit card, they print up the little passage ticket, boom, they're on the ship. There is no waiting. They go straight on. You don't have long lines. It is amazing and seamless. I actually, I had to do it, right? Because that's what I do. I'm always on quality assurance, and I can't help myself. I think when they see me come on the ships, they're like, oh, she's back again. Because I love to time things, and I actually timed how long it took us to get from the moment I entered the pier to the moment I was on the ship, and it was literally 57 seconds. Wow. That's pretty impressive. We're a party of 4, 57 seconds. Hello. That's luxury, personal luxury. So I was sipping a glass of champagne as soon as I got through the gangway at 57 seconds.
That is amazing.
It really is. It really is. It makes the difference.
Well, Tina, I hope that was helpful. We do have a lot of people asking about solo travelers, suites for solo travelers, if there's any promotions for solo travelers. So if you could speak to that would be great.
We would love to, because let me tell you, I love the solo traveler options that we have, because we still have ambassador hosts and hostesses that come on and dance with our solo travelers, and we offer as low as 130% on our ocean ships, and on the river we have solo travel fares as little as 125%. So we actually do a lot of solo travelers. We even have a flyer. You can get it on the PRC, and we will let you know, just like our theme cruises, we denote that on the website as well, so that you know where to steer your clients if they have an avid vested interest or an affinity for wine and food or ballroom dancing, or they're bridge players. We have all these themes, all these enrichment series, and all these lectures. And solo travelers are big. As a matter of fact, we host solo travel dinners on board. Our officers host them so that everybody is really embraced by the brand and welcomed, either you're alone or you're traveling with your family.
Okay, perfect. We also have a lot of questions about children, if the itineraries are adult only, if there's a minimum age on the ships.
So that's an excellent question, because we're the only luxury cruise line that does take children. We have facilities, kids facilities, and we do it by age group, so we're not adult only. Matter of fact, I mentioned I had gone on with my kids for Christmas, New Year's. We had 126 kids on that voyage. When I say children, that means 21 and under. It could be, like my daughter's 19, right? So she's counted as a child, but she's really 21 and younger. So at the end of the day, we have the facilities. They're dedicated based on age groups, and we have obviously counselors on board, and it is impressive. And mostly the kids come during the holiday period, obviously, because everybody's out of school, or in the summertime in Med. And again, we know the numbers and we staff for that, because it's very important not to in any way, shape, or form, as a luxury brand, impact the experience for the other guests, right? So it's truly amazing. And we're very proud of being able to have the ability to have, children's facilities on board.
Okay, perfect. Shannon is wondering how agents find out who their Crystal BDM is.
So that's sales support at crystalcruises.com. Shannon, send us an email. Tell me who your agency is, where they're located, and we will connect you with your SBDM. We do have strategic business, 15 of them, global, North America, right? So it's either Canada and all of the US, and they are dedicated to work for you. And then they have a counterpart inside, which is a business development specialist, inside sales, who also services your needs. So you don't get one, but you get two for the price of one, inside and outside. So please email us and we'll make sure we connect you with your regional salesperson.
Perfect, that sounds very easy. Victoria is wondering if there are staterooms that are handicap accessible.
We do have a handicap wheelchair accessible, and those, we actually have a special desk at Crystal, and they could give you all the forms that you need, and they're designated actually in our brochure. So if you go in the collateral, you'll see the designated room, because obviously they're modified rooms. So if anybody's in a wheelchair, and they can give you all of the stats on the requirements of sizing, et cetera, and what we offer.
Okay. Perfect.
The only place we do not accept handicap or modified is really in the yacht, the expedition, not the expedition yacht, but I'm sorry, but the Crystal Esprit, because we have no elevators on that ship. So that's your exception.
Okay, got it. And it looks like this will be our last question because we're running out of time, but Sheena is wondering if there are promotional videos or photos or marketing that can be personalized to send to potential clients.
So I recommend go to the PRC Center that we talked about, the Partner Resource Center, because we have our media area there where we have our press releases. We also have, the PR kit, so that you have all of our videos that they're available on YouTube, all of the editable flyers that you need, and all the materials and links that you need, and you can customize it to your own, travel partner location or contact info.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And with that, I think it's time to announce our winner, if you guys are ready.
Fantastic. Drum roll.
Do a little drum roll.
There you go. I did mine, but you couldn't hear it.
Our winner is Dariet McDuff. Dariet McDuff. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but I will get your email and information over to Crystal. So congratulations, Dariet.
Fantastic.
And thank you, everyone, so much for joining. Thank you, Carmen, for all of that wonderful information.
Thank you, Anna.
And I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their day.
Absolutely. Make it a crystal clear selling day.
Bye.